Jeff from 2X Garage. Well, I'm about 3 hours north of my house. We're just outside of Racine, Wisconsin, and for February up here, it's actually beautiful out. It's 50 degrees, and the garage door right behind us here is actually going to be open soon because we're going to be firing up the supercharged nitro gulping Street Fuel Coupe of Brian Coleman's. It's a 31 Chrysler, and as you saw at the end of last year, it won 2 races in a row. And in fact, we were in Tulsa, Oklahoma last weekend for the Nitro Chaos award ceremony. It took 8th overall in the points and also best appearing car. So in the off-season, Brian's been working on this car. He's rebuilt the engine, and he's made changes. I don't want to butcher all the changes he's made, so I'm going to let him explain what happened with the car over the winter.
The car was getting, it was always falling behind in the first 300 feet, and that was mainly because of the gearing. The car was geared as a street car so we could drive it on the freeway. It wasn't set up for 8th mile racing. So in the off season, we ended up taking the 373 gears out and we put a 411 in the Dana. When we were approaching the 8th mile, we go through it and I was only about 6,500 RPMs going through the lights. So Jerry Newman, the tuner for the car, he wants it going through the lights around 9,000 RPM. So that was one of the reasons for the gear change. The other thing is we were doing some experimenting after the last Nitro Chaos race, and we changed the transmission, the Lenco, from a 125 to a 134 first gear, and it really liked it. It was really happy. So we're trying to get some 990 60 foots out of it. It has gone some 10 60 foots, not consistently, but it has done it several times, and we're just really trying to set the car up so we're not falling behind in the 300 foot mark and having to run people down. And those are the main changes. The engine is staying the same. We're not doing any tuning changes differently on the engine. We're going to get the data logger hooked up. There were some safety improvements. I bought a carbon fiber helmet with radio communication set up in it. It has an air bladder so it can push it off your head if you're in an accident. Some things like that, but by and large, you really won't notice any difference in the car if you see it at the track from last year. And we do plan on hitting all of the Nitro Chaos races. That's the plan.
So that's the ultimate plan. Go faster, do it safely, and also make it reliable. So with that, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to tinker around with it because we are going to fire this thing up soon. We have a race coming up, like you said, Nitro Chaos. First race we're going to hit is in Enos, Texas in April. So we got to make sure everything is working right. Maybe do a little testing before that. But what we're going to do today is we're going to make sure it's all right. We're going to service it. And who knows, we might do a burnout in the garage. That would be fun. But this thing's going to make noise soon. I'm rambling. These guys really need to get to work. So let's go ahead and get started. So what they were doing there is they fired the car up on methanol. Brian was going in there and he was checking the timing. They were getting some heat in the cylinder heads, just getting this motor to run so we can get everything checked when we switch it over to nitro. What you saw there, Brian was putting fluid in the Bruno, and now what he's going to do here pretty quickly, he's going to get the car fired up on nitro. He's going to go through the gears and make sure everything works properly. And that's where the noise, that unbelievable nitro cackle, is going to come here pretty quickly. A little bit fumey in here, but that's an awesome smell. Haven't really smelled it since last fall at the racetrack, and we're all kind of getting the drag racing bug. So what we're going to do is, while he works on this, we're going to weight it up here pretty soon, and we're going to get this thing fired up on nitro, run through the gears, make sure everything's good. So this is just like in between rounds. What happened there was they fired the car up, switched it over to nitro, and made sure everything worked. So just like at the racetrack, just like between rounds, what's going to happen now, the car is going to get serviced, going to dump the oil, going to do all that stuff, clean the oil filter. And in the off-season, Brian built a transmission cooler, and we're going to check to see how well that works too. So that's what we're going to do now. Sorry if the audio is a little distorted. It's really hard to capture that sound, even with a microphone 50 feet, 100 feet out in the driveway. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get servicing that just like you would do at a drag strip. Check everything out, make sure it's fine, check the valves and everything. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do now. It's just like at the track, except at the track, the fumes just go up in the air, and here it's kind of hanging in there. Kind of does smell nice. So with that, I'm rambling. It's time to get to work. All right, so there we have it, guys. What you saw was we did the servicing on it during the oil, took the filter out, checked the plugs, did everything what you normally see in between rounds of a drag race. Mind you, this was a fresh engine, so when we went through it, we did check the oil to make sure everything was fine, no bits of metal, nothing like that. And after that, what you saw us doing there was Jerry. Jerry is a genius, and he's been playing around with the drag racing world, nitro, pretty much professionally for well over 50 years. He was going over starting line procedures with Mark, talking to all of us to make sure we know what we need to be doing at every given time. Like I said, the guy is extremely smart. He's a legend, he's a genius, and he knows his stuff. So yeah, that's just a little teaser of what to come. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Like I said, it's over 50 degrees out there right now in Wisconsin, which is really unheard of for February. But with that, guys, we're just going to get stuff cleaned up. We got everything ready to rock and roll. And hopefully sometime in April we can go testing. Might be at Great Lakes, might be at US 41, but not sure. But if we do go testing, I'll make sure to be there and bring you the video. With that, stay tuned and stay cool.